morning, everyone. My name is Harazim. I am 17 years old, and I've been living with the undiagnosed disease for around 8 years now. Before I begin, I just want to give a huge thank you to Helene and Nick from the Wilhelm Foundation, as well as the UVN, for having me here today. It's a huge honor, and I really appreciate it. Here are just some few things that kind of represent me and who I am. We've been living in California, and I've been going to Brady's Children's Hospital down there. And after a while of stumping the doctors down there, I then went and got a second opinion at Boston, where I have also stumped the doctors. Some things I really like to do. I really love Marvel and Star Wars and sci-fi stuff like that. And I also, things to do for fun, I really love to play Xbox and PlayStation with my brother. I always love to do Legos as well. And I have the zebra up there because I always be sure to represent my stripes on Rare Disease Day. As a kid, I was very athletic. I loved to go fishing with my siblings and my granddad. And then shortly later, I discovered my passion for baseball. I absolutely loved baseball, and I told my mom and dad that I was going to be a pitcher. And then when I turned 10, around 2017, my whole life changed. And I started tripping and falling a lot. I started falling behind in group walks in school, and we didn't really know what was going on. And we went to the doctors, and they came up with the consensus of perhaps this is CMT, or perhaps there's something muscular going on. And we then got serial casting, and I got braces, which for a while was really good because I was able to move a little bit with them. And shortly later, we were researching CMT, and we found out that in Iowa, there was the world professional, Dr. Michael Shai, and we went out there. Not only did he say, "Liam, I do not think you have CMT," but he also said, when you go back to California, I really want them to check out your abdomen and your liver, because I feel like there's something here that we're missing. And I went back to California, and I told the doctors what they said. Fast forward a little bit, I had a muscle and nerve biopsy, came back inconclusive. I had a liver biopsy, and it came back with stage 4 cirrhosis of the liver. And at the time, I was, like I said, around 10 or 11 years old, and we were just absolutely shocked. After a while of going through all the other testing out there, it seemed like we were coming up with dead ends, and we then took the chance and came out to Boston, where I met some very important people, such as Dr. Bodemer, who gave me the privilege and honor of speaking at the Rosalind Franklin event back in September to give my disease and my story a bit more exposure. My disease came on very hard and very fast. It came on very abruptly, and quite frankly, we were running around like helpless chickens. We didn't know where to go. We didn't know why nothing was coming back. And we were all, quite frankly, very confused and very scared. Not only did it start in my feet, but it worked its way up through my body, and it really developed into my hands as well. and doing things like opening a bottle or trying to hold onto a handrail. I just have overwhelming amounts of weakness, and it was very, very just sad to see the things that you were once able to do slowly drift away and practically become forgotten memories or a past life. Some of my next big symptoms are, it then came on with inflammation, and it seemed like every day it was a roll of the dice whether I'd get a bloody nose, a runny nose, or a congested nose. Then it worked its way into my eyes, where I would get these massive styes where some days I would wake up and I couldn't see a thing. Then it turned to lymphedema, and this was around 2020 where my legs just completely blew up and I couldn't even wear my braces anymore, which was the one thing at the time which was giving me that independence, causing a spiral of weakness, loss of mobility, you name it. And as you can imagine, this then turned into more tests, blood tests, genome, exome, mRNA sequencing. I had it, and these doctors just could not come up with something to really tell us. As you can imagine, school was a nightmare, and it was practically impossible to do anything, have any sort of determination and will to continue to do what I was doing. And I'll say probably the thing that's happened most recently and that shocked me the most was back in 2022, where I had a sty, or at least I thought it was, and I thought I had residual covering my right eye. But despite the numerous times of me wiping it away, it wasn't coming off. So when we went to the hospital and got the testing, it confirmed optic neuritis, but that wasn't all, because on that same MRI testing, we found a small mass on my neck, and to fast forward a month later, it was in fact a very big mass, and it was actually a 3.8 centimeter cancerous cyst on my thyroid, causing me to have a full thyroidectomy, removing my whole thyroid. And just to recap, I lost half my vision and my thyroid within 3 months. I think the most challenging thing of my journey of rare diseases is the fact that I'm not alone in this, and there are millions of people around the world who also suffer from rare diseases. And I know foundations like Wilhelm and Nord and you and I, we're all working to try to find answers and try to help some people to figure out what's going on. And we just need to take this to the step further, and the time is now. We need to somehow come up with a global network and a global system that everyone around the world can be added to, and really focus on collaboration to get people the answers and help that they need. And this is something I really hope that we can accomplish in the near future. Thank you guys very much.